Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Chris McCarthy here with Elite Level Leader, and welcome to the Battleground. In today's workout, I've got an arms workout for you, so we're going to be working both biceps and triceps in today's workout. And how this is going to work is we're going to do 5 different bicep exercises and 5 different tricep exercises. And within those, we're going to do 3 sets of 10 reps each with a 1-minute rest in between. However, we are not actually going to be resting because the focus of this workout is to be building muscle and simultaneously burning body fat at the exact same time. And how we do that is without resting, or instead of resting, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pick up that jump rope for 1 minute in between every single set. So once you complete a set of 10 of one of the exercises, you're then going to pick up the jump rope and we're going to jump rope for 1 minute. Now basically what that is doing is when you are strength training, those muscles need time to rest. Now during that rest period, we want to keep that target or that heart rate up in that target fat burning zone for the length of the entire workout. So basically what we're doing is we are building muscle and burning fat at the exact same time. So I want to go over some proper form and technique of the jump rope. A lot of people are intimidated by the jump rope, but guys, it's really pretty easy once you have some proper form and technique and some tips down. So first off, keeping your feet together, and we're jumping up and down on the balls of our feet. And it's just a simple bounding motion, very relaxed. My shoulders are down. I'm just jumping a couple inches off the ground or bounding a couple inches off the ground, just enough to go ahead and clear this rope. Now we don't have to kick our legs up really high, kick our feet back, pike our feet forward. That's when you get super tired, is when you're constantly trying to jump instead of just bound, you get very tired, your shoulders are up, and you're unable to maintain jump rope for 1 minute. But with these simple techniques, it's very efficient to be able to jump rope for 1 minute. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and initiate the first swing of that jump rope. Now my feet are together, I'm jumping on the balls of my feet, and I'm just bounding just a couple inches off the ground, just enough to clear that rope. Now I can do this all day, I could talk while I'm doing it, my shoulders are down, I'm very relaxed. Number 2 here, you'll notice that I'm rotating that rope just with my wrists. So it's just a little slight flick of the wrists here. That's all that's needed to go ahead and rotate that rope around your body. There's not a lot of movement at the elbow joint or at the shoulder joint. We don't have to, whip that rope around like this. It's just a nice, slight little flick of the wrist. Another thing I'm doing is keeping my elbows in close to my sides. So a lot of times you see people, their hands will start to come out as they're jumping rope, and they keep their elbows really far away from their sides. Basically what that's doing is if you have a shorter rope, as those hands go out, you'll see that rope is coming up off the ground. So as it's coming around, you're shortening up that rope, you're gonna hit your toes and you're gonna trip up. So keep those elbows in close to your sides. Another thing is keep those hands slightly in front of your hips. So you'll see my hands are slightly in front of my hips. If I start to bring them backwards, I trip up. What's happening is as I come backwards now, that rope is going backwards at the bottom. As it comes around, it's gonna hit my toes. So keep those hands slightly in front of your hips there, and you won't trip up on your toes. So you can just do your basic 2-foot jump here for 1 minute. If you want to intensify the workout, as you get a little bit better with this, you can do a run in place, which is just alternating. You can really get a lot of speed here, a lot of power. You can switch it off to a boxer step, which is just alternating right, left here. And you can go into kind of a freestyle movement as you get really good. And if you actually want to intensify the workout a lot, you can go ahead and do double unders, which is 2 rotations of that jump rope for every jump. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. That covers the jump rope portion of this workout, and that's what you're gonna be doing in between every single set of reps for 1 minute. We're gonna start off with biceps today, and it's gonna be alternating dumbbell supination curls. Now we've done this in a couple of the other workouts here, so just gonna kind of review it really quickly here, guys. And we're gonna be doing 3 sets of 10. Now when you choose a weight, I want you to choose a weight that you're not gonna go to failure on, but on the set of 10, you could probably go to 12 on the first set, but maybe not quite so much by the 3rd set. So you're gonna be standing upright, chest up, shoulders back, feet about hip width apart here, guys. Palms are facing each other. You're then going to start on one arm. I'm going to start on the right arm here. Curl up, rotate internally till the dumbbell is now facing me. Then come back down. Now the left side comes up, slow and controlled coming down. And we're going to do a total here of 20 of these. So we're doing 10 on each side, squeezing that bicep at the top, pausing for a second there, and then coming back down, slow and controlled. We're gonna do a set of 10 on each arm. Once you've done 10 on each arm, you're gonna pick up that jump rope for 1 minute, pick up those again for another set of 10 each arm, jump rope for 1 minute, pick up those dumbbells again for another set of 10 on each arm, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump rope for that final minute there. Then we're gonna move on to the second movement, which is gonna be seated incline dumbbell curls. So I've got a bench here. I'm gonna pull this out, and we're gonna set it up here at an incline, pretty much almost straight up and down, but just leaning back just a little bit. Now what this is doing is, typically, you saw before when I was doing these dumbbell curls, you know, they're down by my hips and my elbows are in line with my sides, and as I curl up, my elbows are still along the line with the side of my body. What we're ending up doing here is we're gonna sit down on this bench and we're leaning backwards. As we lean backwards, now those dumbbells are gonna pull all the way back like this. So what we're doing is really stretching out that bicep. We're getting a longer range of motion from this, and it's time under tension for much longer. So when you have the dumbbells up here, you're kind of relaxed up here, because really gravity is just forcing down here on top of your wrist and your elbow. But when you're back like this and you're gonna kind of curl up here, now it's forcing the hand down this way, not straight down. So it's really still pulling on that bicep. So we're gonna go ahead and get into position here, making sure your bench is in the right proper angle here. That should be good. Like I said, it's almost straight up and down. I like to get my feet out of the way here, so if you're able to kind of get your feet up here and cross them over. Now I'm gonna lean back. Hands are going way down now behind my lats. Neck should be, and head should be against the back of that bench. You're gonna curl up and squeeze, and then slow and control, come all the way down. Full extension, hang at the bottom there. Squeeze, come up, come all the way down. Squeeze. We're gonna do a set of 10 of these. Once you've done 10 of those, you're gonna set these down, and you're gonna go back to that jump rope for another 1 minute of jump rope, pick them up, another set of 10 of those, jump rope for 1 minute, another set of 10 of those, jump rope for 1 minute. Then we're gonna go on to our next movement for biceps, which is gonna be dumbbell hammer curls. So we don't need the bench. We're gonna be back in a standing position here. So I'm gonna grab these 2 dumbbells. Feet should be about hip width apart, guys. Palms are facing each other, just like we were doing on the first exercise with the supination, but this time we're not gonna supinate them. We're not turning them inwards. We're just gonna keep our hands facing each other the entire time, and we're gonna be doing them at the same time, so we're not alternating. So chest up, shoulders back. You're gonna curl up, squeeze at the top, slow and controlled, come down, all the way up, all the way down. You're gonna do a set of 10 of these dumbbell hammer curls. Once you've done 10 of the hammer curls, you know what's coming up. We're gonna pick up that jump rope for 1 minute, 2 more sets of those hammer curls with that 1 minute of jump rope in between. Then we're moving on to dumbbell spider curls. So I'm gonna grab this bench, I'm gonna flip it around here, and we're gonna change up the angle just a little bit, because right now it's up pretty steep. So from here, set this down. We're gonna lower the bench down, still at an incline, but just not as steep. Now what we're gonna end up doing here is we're gonna put our chest against the top of this bench, really way up on top. Your kind of chest is over the top of it a little bit here. Hands are gonna be hanging down. You're gonna have dumbbells in the hands at a 45-degree angle. We're gonna alternate. The right hand comes kind of across the body, up towards our face, slow and controlled back down, and curl up this way. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab these 2 dumbbells here, get back into position. Chest should be way up at the top of that bench, almost hanging over the top of it from here. Dumbbells are hanging straight down. You're gonna make sure those shoulders have cleared the top of that bench at a 45-degree angle. You're gonna curl up, squeeze, come all the way down. Curl up, all the way down. And you're just gonna alternate for a total of 20 of these, and it's gonna be 10 on each side. So make sure you are choosing a weight that's light enough that you're able to do all 10 on each side. You're gonna go ahead, set those down, pick up that jump rope, do 1 minute of jump rope in there, keeping that heart rate up in that fat burning zone. 2 more sets of those of 10 each with that 1 minute of jump rope in between. Then we're gonna go on to the final bicep movement in this arms workout today, which is gonna be dumbbell close grip curls. So don't need the bench this time. I'm gonna grab the same dumbbells that I've been using. What we're gonna wanna do here is get into kind of a wider stance, because we're gonna have the dumbbells close together down between our legs. So what we're gonna do, a little bit of a wider stance than you would typically see. So wider than hip width, toes are pointed out slightly. What we're gonna do is hinge at the hips, bend at the knees, get kind of down in this little mini squat. You need some room right here to have these dumbbells hanging down between. What we're gonna do is we're gonna place these dumbbells together. They're actually gonna be touching each other. We're gonna hang them down. From here, palms are facing each other. Make sure head and neck is in neutral spine here, guys. We're gonna curl up, squeeze at the top, come all the way down. What this is working is the inner part of your biceps, but we're in that squat position, so we're really gonna work the core here too. You're gonna get a little ab exercise in here as a bonus. You're gonna curl up, slow and controlled come down. Make sure you're clearing your knees, and then back down. Also make sure the knees are tracking out over those toes, not caving in. So we're gonna do a set of 10 of those, then pick up that jump rope for 1 minute of jump rope, another set of 10 of those, pick up that jump rope for 1 minute of jump rope, a final set of 10 of those, pick up that jump rope, 1 minute of jump rope. That completes the bicep portion. Now we're moving on to triceps, and it's gonna start off with incline dumbbell skull crushers. So once again, grab my bench here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it around here. And it's at an incline. And I'm gonna grab these 2 dumbbells here, press them up overhead once I get into position here. So I'm gonna press them up overhead, get up towards the top of that bench. Now, my arms are nicely stacked here. We've got my wrists, my shoulders, my elbows are all in line. Everything is nicely stacked here. Palms are facing each other. Basically, all we're gonna do is we're gonna bend those elbows, keeping those dumbbells coming down close to our ears, trying to get those elbows still pointed up towards the ceiling or towards the sky, and then come all the way up, squeeze those triceps at the top. All the way down, all the way up. Slow and controlled as you're coming down. Just don't let them fall. You don't want to hit your face. Come all the way up. We're going to do a set of 10 of these incline skull crushers. Pick up that jump rope for 1 minute. 2 more sets of those, just like we've been doing with that 1 minute of jump rope in between. Then we're going to move on to dumbbell overhead extensions. So go ahead, grab these 2 dumbbells. We've done these movements before, but I'm going to continue to go over them. Just make sure you are remembering proper form and technique. We have the 2 dumbbells. They're going to be pressed together. Based on your shoulder mobility, you might not be able to press them together. It's okay if you have to separate them a little bit. We're going to raise them up over our head, come behind our head, and then come all the way up, making sure our elbows are pointed up towards the sky as best as possible. I like to kind of push these together, so I actually touch them together, place them up here, press them up. Now we're going to go behind the head. Elbows should be pointed up towards the sky as best as possible here, guys. And you're gonna press and squeeze all the way at the top. Slow and controlled coming down. We're gonna do a set of 10 of these overhead extensions. Once you've done 10 of those, you know the drill. Pick up the jump rope. Jump rope for 1 minute, keeping that heart rate up in that fat burning zone. 2 more sets of those extensions with the 1 minute jump rope in between. Then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the second tricep, or the third tricep movement, which is going to be single arm dumbbell kickbacks. So back to the bench over here, we're gonna put it down to a flat position. And we're gonna lighten up the load a little bit on these because we're kind of doing a straight arm movement here. So I wanna make sure that I'm able to give a little bit of pause there at the end as I extend that arm back. Just need 1 dumbbell for this. We're gonna set this down on the ground here, move the bench a little bit closer for you guys. Now, just like when we were doing on back day, when we were doing the rows, we're gonna have 1 leg in front, 1 leg in back. If you are doing the kickback with the left arm, left leg is back, right leg is forward. Place a hand on the bench or an elbow on the bench, whichever makes you feel more comfortable. We're gonna go ahead, grab this dumbbell. Now we're gonna load it back here, bend that elbow. Now from here, what we're gonna do is engage that lat, but we're gonna kick it back and then slow and controlled bring it down. Kick it back, pause for a second there, really squeeze that tricep. And we're gonna do a set of 10 over here on the left. Once you've done 10 there, you're gonna switch off to the right. We're gonna kick that back. We're gonna do 10 over here on that right. Then after you've completed 10 on both sides, that's when you pick up that jump rope and do your 1 minute of jump rope. Then you're gonna go back to those, do your set of 10 on the left and the right, 1 minute of jump rope, back to that again, 10 on both arms, then pick up that jump rope. Then we're gonna move on to the next tricep movement, which is gonna be flat bench skull crushers. So just like we were doing before with the bench up at the incline, we're just gonna be doing skull crushers. It just is a different range of motion from flat to incline. It works a little bit longer of the tricep area. So I'm gonna grab 2 dumbbells here, get down here in position and raise them up just like we did on the incline ones, straight up overhead. And just like we were doing before, keep those dumbbells as close as you possibly can together. Palms are facing each other. Bend at the elbows so those dumbbell heads come down next to your ears. Keeping those elbows pointed upwards. Come up, squeeze at the top. Slow and controlled, come down. We're gonna do a set of 10 of these. Once you've done 10 of those, you know the drill. Pick up the jump rope for 1 minute. 2 more sets of 10 of those with that 1 minute of jump rope in between. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to the final tricep movement today and the final movement of this total arms workout. That's gonna be close grip dumbbell press. So on this, what we're gonna end up doing here, we've done a similar movement on chest day when we did the close grip dumbbell chest press. The difference is on chest day, we were keeping those elbows in close to our sides, which I still want you to do, but what we were doing is we were bringing those dumbbells down right over the top of our chest. What I want you to do now though, is when we press those up, we're gonna come down, I want you to bring those dumbbells down more towards the lower part of your rib cage, right around your abdomen. What that is doing is it's kicking those elbows down, and as you press back up, make sure you're not pressing up towards the chest, make sure you're keeping it down here. That's gonna work the tricep. So I'm gonna use these dumbbells that I have right here. They're a little bit light, but that's okay for this demonstration. Press them together. They're going to be touching each other the entire time. We're gonna lean back here. Now, just like we had done before on the chest day, when we've done the chest, they're pressed out overhead. But what I want you to do is kind of want to bring them forward a little bit here. Now, when I bring them down, instead of them being all the way up over here in my chest, they're down here along the lower part of my rib cage. That I feel in my triceps. And as you press up, make sure you're still pressing up over your rib cage and your abdomen, not up here like this. So we're coming down, and as you press them kind of away from you, you're gonna feel that in your triceps. Also, make sure you're keeping those elbows close to your sides so they're not flailing out. Keep them close to your sides. You're gonna do a set of 10 of those, set them down, pick up that jump rope, burn off some fat for a minute. Then we're gonna do 2 more sets of those with that 1 minute in between and that final set of jump rope, and that's gonna go ahead and complete this workout of the day. All right, guys, I'll see you right back here in the battleground for your next workout. And as always, make sure you check out EliteLevelLeader.com for complete fitness and business training programs and to enlist today.